This is Darwin Boston from Visitmahomet.com. I am so excited as recently I had the opportunity to sit down with Jill Guth from Guth and Associates and have a really good conversation about who she is and how she built Guth and Associates. I know it takes about 15-20 minutes of your time throughout your day, but if you take the time and watch it, I think you'll be as rewarded as I was. So sit back and enjoy, and make sure that you like and share this video with all your friends so that they too can learn more about Jill Guth. Well, okay, so you're in commercial real estate.
Yes.
What got you involved in that? Like, why are you?
My entire career led to that point.
Meaning?
Everything I've done to this point before I started the company, it was either economic development or commercial real estate involved, or working with small businesses.
Okay.
And so everything kind of came together.
How long ago?
2015. Late
Wow.
2015.
Okay.
So really 2016 was our first year.
Oh, Jill Guth and Associates, so who all is part of Associates?
Guth and Associates? Well, the associate joke was that it was my dog. And then he died.
Oh no,
and
your partner died.
My partner died. Actually, it's funny. A girlfriend of mine helped me come up with the name. She's owned her own company, and Associates to me means everyone that's helped me throughout my 32, 33-year career, whoever gave me a hand up.
So it could be a lot of different people.
A lot of different people.
Okay.
More intimately, it's, the 5 people behind me, my husband, my son Nick, Adam, and their wives Lane and Lindsay, who are always there. They're my sign guys.
Isn't there another generation behind that?
Well, there is. There's little Graham and a future one coming. But, my husband does all my sign work.
Okay.
So if signs need to go up into the ground, he does that.
So you and I met when I was interested in coming down here. I think I knew you a little bit just as a peer, but we immediately not only became what I'd call friends, but also business-wise, we have a lot of respect and admiration. But just recently, you became Business of the Year.
I did, which was a little shocking.
Well, I talked about it when you were nominated. You truly were shocked that you were even nominated, and part of the humble approach was because of the people who were also in the category. But then you won. I
did, and actually, that was a little bit of a whirlwind because I found out. Well, again, I don't vacation very much, although people think I do. I don't.
That's because of Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook is evil. Well, yes.
Well, you have your hands in a lot of projects.
I do.
We're sitting in Sangamon on Main,
right?
And I'm gonna show some of the video clips of that. But also, you've got the Eastwood, and then what is the official name out there on
Churchill
150?
Crossing.
Okay, so you've got. If somebody comes into town and says, "I want to relocate or open a business in Mahomet," you've kind of got a whole.
Yeah, obviously, I'm a broker for those. I mean. There's a group that owns Churchill Crossing, and same group owns Sangamon and Main. I'm actually part of the ownership of Eastwood, so that makes it a little bit different. But part of the thought was to have a price point for everybody.
And
you're a startup business. This is a great place to incubate, to get your feet on the ground, and then maybe you grow out of Sangamon and Main, and you need to go to Eastwood, or you need to go to Churchill Crossing.
Yeah.
Churchill Crossing,
Sangamon,
beautiful.
We got this thing full, but this is a unique atmosphere. It's a little different than some of the others.
Right. I mean, so the mission or the goal for this was to create a cool co-working environment where you can incubate a business, or a business that's already established like yours can come in at a low entry point, and then kind of create this environment where people feel comfortable being together, and I think we've created a sense of community here. But at the end of the day, we want to be able to nurture businesses to continue to grow.
Well, one of the things that I have to applaud you and the owners and everybody who had their hand in it, but we as tenants have decided that we'd like to decorate the hallways using local artists.
Right.
So that certainly is unique for a lot of commercial buildings, but it's actually taken off better than I thought it would, because we're getting artists every day saying, can we do it? And just to see their artwork displayed for the public is like a different step for them.
Yeah, and I think one of the things, for the artwork, Sangamon, Maine, when you came in, you saw long hallways. Yeah. We don't have kids' art up because the kids aren't here anymore, so we needed to break that up.
Lockers are gone.
Deschooled. And so highlighting local artists is just another thing, the owners wanted to do. And between you and Mary, you guys have kind of ran with that, and we truly appreciate that. But I think one of the things we're not doing enough is kind of, I don't think people know some of the other things we've done. Yeah. The Christmas event the job training or the job fair. We're going to be part of the farmers market. We're going to be part of Mahomet Music Festival. And those are all things that we're doing at no cost to the events.
So it's a good partnership you have with the community.
Right. And so we want to be that partner of things, and we need to do a little bit of better job sharing that, we're part of the community.
But it's new. I mean, we're only, right now we're sitting, 5 months in of an open door, so it's still.
Is it that long?
I was here 5 months ago.
So
it's cool. But, okay, so there's a lot of great people in commercial real estate.
Right.
I could name off half a dozen right now that comes to frame of mind. You're at or near the top. So what would, if I was asking Mike maybe, or one of your peers, why is Jill, what sets her apart from the rest of the group? What would be the reason?
I think I'm a little different because I have such a lengthy career and I've had so many different experiences. And when I moved to Champaign in '97, when we moved to Champaign and actually moved to Mahomet, I had positions that were kind of in the public eye. Now, when I started it, I thought this will be great. I'll take Fridays off. I'll have a day.
Most entrepreneurs start that way.
Yeah, and that's not the truth. I probably am working 65 hours a week right now. So anyone going into commercial real estate who's really going into it full throttle needs to realize that it's full time.
No matter what industry you're in, I find that your drive or your motivation. I mean, let's face it, if I had the same network and the same skill set as you, that still doesn't make me Jill Guth. So there's got to be a motive or a drive. Is there something that just really, is there a reason for some of the things you do? What gets you up in the morning?
I just love it.
Okay, so it's just
I love the whole challenge of it, of
the relationship building.
The relationship building. I love trying to get someone to understand why they need to be in this space.
Okay.
I think a lot of it is competitive drive. It's not that I want to be the best. I just want to deliver the best product.
So you want to be your best.
Right.
Okay.
But I also think one of the things that jazzes me more than anything is someone like Mary at Winterson's, where you help someone take that step and giving them the confidence to take that step to open, and then see them flourish, and then continue to work with them, continue to say, hey, this person could help you, or that person.
So that's your drive, that's your fulfillment.
Yeah, that really gets me jazzed when you help someone like Winterson's, or there's been other ones, Pandemonium Donuts, who went from the food truck into their brick and mortar.
Yeah, and we want to say thank you for everything you can do to help Pandemonium Donuts.
But helping them through that process, or Allure Salon, which Whitney Drollinger, who's a Mahomet girl, we just got her. She just opened 2 weeks ago in downtown Champaign in a beautiful new space.
Right.
And to walk her through that process and help her understand, this is what's going to cost, this is what's going to take, here's the construction questions. And now she's open, and I was in there yesterday, and it's stunning.
That's exciting.
And so that's pretty cool.
That is neat. So you, I know personally from just talking with you, you've got projects in Bloomington, Champaign, all over the place.
Peoria.
Springfield, all over the place. So that you're all over the interstate. But Mahomet. Why? What is? I mean, to me, there's a certain difference. But when I talk to somebody and they're like, "Well, what's so special about Mahomet?" How would you respond?
Well, and a lot of people know this about us. A lot of people don't. We moved here in '97 from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Our oldest son was a kindergartner, and then little Adam, who's now like 6'4", was 3-4 years old. Nick was in middle of chemotherapy and radiation for late stage kidney cancer, and we asked everyone who we knew over here, where should we live, and they said Mahomet.
Wow.
So we found a house, and I will never forget the day that we showed up at the old Middletown. Showed up with a kid that had a lot of issues, no hair, kind of like you. And they said, come for a visit. This entire team was there to meet Nick and to meet us. And it just became this amazing experience for us to take this kid who was still battling and still had a lot of things to go through. And they opened their arms to us. And the school was amazing. And so that's special for us, for Mahomet. And I will always be a huge advocate for Mahomet and Mahomet schools.
So would you accept than saying that it was the people, because the schools are just buildings or academia.
No,
and all
it's the
that stuff,
people.
but it's the
It's
people.
the people. I mean,
Because those 5 or 6 individuals
from
made a difference.
Julie Myers to Nathan Mills to Chad Benedict to all of them have just, it's an amazing school system,
Yeah.
and I think it helps. It is a driver of this economy and this community, and I know there's people that always are pointing fingers at this administrator or that teacher or whatever, but I have it really good here in Mahomet.
Yeah. So one of the things I find fascinating is you are booked end to end to end of your day, but I have found that most successful people still have their time where they read. They're not channel surfing.
Not
They're-
as much as
they're
I want to.
They're reading.
I
How
do
many books would you say you read in a year?
20,
Okay.
but on vacation I read 3.
Yeah.
And we're talking 700 pages.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
each. So
Do you podcast?
no, I'm just not into that.
Okay.
I'm really into Amazon
Oh,
Prime
you're
Radio.
you're into it. You just don't know it yet. you're content now.
My kids always are listening to podcasts because they're budding
Well, now
entrepreneurs.
you have something to give them. Say, you want to see the most successful vlog ever. You got to watch this one. And you
Yeah.
can send them this link, and then
Yeah.
they'll be like at a whole different level.
Yeah.
So you've talked a little bit about, you got somebody now to help you behind you. You've got your associates. And you were talking about this management. What was it that you're getting by the end of the summer?
My goal is to have my managing broker's license.
So Guth and Associates, so this is 2019, 2025. 5 years from now.
I don't know.
What would be some of the characteristics of it?
How many years is that from now?
5.
5. Probably another broker.
Okay.
To help me.
Okay.
I have my eye on a couple young brokers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want this to be a big thing. I want to be able to have that life-work balance instead of work-life balance.
Sure. But you want to pour into someone else, it sounds like, in a concentrated, not
Right.
in a mass way.
Yeah, I mean, I have somebody identified that, and she's awesome, and I think I can share a lot with her.
Yeah. So moderate growth in people,
moderate
but
growth.
You're still rocking
The
the
key to
commercial.
this is to not, and there's a fine line, and I'm approaching that line on having too much.
Yeah.
Because what's really important to me is providing quality service to my clients,
Yeah.
whether they're looking for a space or someone I'm trying to help them sell a building or lease a building. And so you don't want to go so far that you can't provide that one-on-one service.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I've done really well, is one-on-one service. So we have to be really careful we don't cross that line. And we're close.
Burnout.
We're close to that line.
But you're aware of it.
But I'm aware of that, and I've told people no, and that's really hard for me to do.
Yeah.
So trying to fit all that in,
Yeah.
and then that's part of this whole plan.
Well,
So one of the things I do every year is write a life plan for the year,
A life plan.
just for the year, kind of my goals for the year,
And how often do you revisit it?
about every month.
Okay,
It's always on my
so
desk.
you have it, and it's on your desk, and you write down all the things that you want to accomplish.
Both professionally and personally.
Okay. How are you
And-
doing
and-
this year? It's early yet, but how you doing?
We're doing good.
Not bad? Okay.
We're doing good, and you put down kind of where your goals are for your business, and then where you want to travel, what things do you want to have happen in your life, and I've been doing that for probably 5 to 7 years, and
Helps you stay focused?
It really does.
Is this a January to January thing, or
Yes.
do you rolling 12?
January.
Okay. So one of the things that you have heard as a common theme throughout this whole thing is that you are very, very, very busy, but you
Everyone's busy though.
but you prioritize and you're effective with your time, and you've told people no.
Right.
I asked you to do this video, and you said yes when, and you pulled your phone out right away.
Right.
So thank you for that,
No.
because for all those people she says no to, I'm sorry.
I don't
But-
say no to
but-
very, very
no,
many
but-
people. I really don't.
But one of the things I've found is, whether it's this video where I've asked for a certain block of time, or if I just have a question or a text, you are very, very accessible. And to think of the pool of people who have your cell phone, what you do is you make us each feel like we're the only person that's ever contacted you that day. But thank you for doing this,
Yeah.
because what my objective is just for people to get to know. I feel like sometimes we superficially know people at a higher level, and I knew there was some neat meat and nuggets
Wow.
about Jill Guth in there. But we're going to share that with the 12 people that watch this video. So thank you. Appreciate
Thank you.
it. It was fun.